has anyone seen the improv show before? And everybody apparently did. So
good for you.
We just need one suggestion.
Coleslaw.
Bacon.
You said coleslaw. So coleslaw makes me think of sort of southern barbecues and southern meals. And recently I went to, well, you know, it's a couple months ago now, but I went to a Thanksgiving dinner. And it was, you know, as you may know, I'm black. And so I went, it was at one of my white friends. We'll work through it together. And so I went to one of my white friends' house for Thanksgiving, and they didn't have any macaroni and cheese, which to me was weird. And, you know, I was like, well, where's your mac and cheese? It's like, that's part of it? Yeah, like, where's your mac and cheese? Where's your, you know, they did have collards, so that was good. They didn't have chitlins, which I wasn't upset about, because I don't like chitlins, but it just felt weird not to have them there.
So did this like upend the whole day for you? Were you just like put off the entire dinner? Like,
it threw me off. Like, I realized how much over the years, like, you get used to certain things being a part of your holiday tradition. Like, one year I went to a Thanksgiving dinner and they didn't watch the football game. And it was like, what?
That's big.
You know, we gotta sit and talk and socialize. I don't even know
that would
these
be
people.
a problem for me.
That would, yeah.
So did you get the sense that they were like embarrassed at this when you brought it up, or feeling like, oh, they didn't please their guests? Or what was their reaction when you brought it up?
I think they just start, I mean, I tried to be as polite about it as possible considering my shop. But
you can only be expected so much in that situation.
exactly. But, you know, I think they were kind of like, kind of, you know, I want to use the word nonplussed. They were kind of like, mac and cheese. I think they were just they just thought it was so weird that it was like, you know. I think one of them ran to go get some crap. I'm like, no. Just, if you don't have it, just don't have it.
They're really trying.
Yeah,
They're trying to make you feel.
And I appreciate it. The ham was very good. White people do weird, cool things with ham.
Coleslaw.
JJ, thanks for coming to my coworker potluck.
I would not miss it. I'm really happy to be here.
This is just one tablespoon.
I do.
What'd you bring?
I brought some scrambled eggs. And it has a, you know, it's mostly warm because it has this plastic top on it. Yeah, I put some salt and pepper to spice it up.
Thank you.
Yeah. You're welcome. Thanks for having it.
Well, first one.
I know, like, right? What if it turns annual? It'll be the first annual coworker potluck.
First annual coworker potluck.
I'm really glad that you.
Maybe.
I'm just glad that you joined our team here. This newspaper, because you really bring a vitality that we need. Like this, you know, like a jumping kind of vitality. Yeah.
Chip, I'm going to put aside our argument in the car. I'm going to forget that. Put on the face and a happy face on your shoulder.
Thank you. This is very important to me. I'm glad that we had our.
I haven't forgotten it, but I want you to know that I am going to be the wife you married in there. And when we get back to the car, we're going to talk about that again.
Okay. I've got the yams that they're gonna love the yams.
And I'm bringing the standard wine because I'm going to need this. Is there a theme to this potluck? I've never been to a work potluck before. My office is, we work.
It's just basically like, well, we work. I mean, you can't get together for meals and work. Is that like weird?
We're attorneys. We work. I love you, Sweetie, but you know I'm incredibly busy.
Yes, you're always busy. That's part of why, you know, we've been fighting. I mean, I'm a newspaper person, and this is really important to me, and I'm glad you're supporting me.
JJ, I'm a little worried that all the people that RSVP'd to the invite aren't here yet.
Well, I know you're new, you know, so I just want to let you know that a lot of things can happen that might feel offensive but they're not. It's just different cultures colliding. Do you know what I
I
mean?
just don't understand it yet.
Yeah, like people can be fashionably late. It has nothing to do, especially the attorneys that work with it, they are always late. It has nothing to do with whether or not they like you.
Oh.
Yeah, and I know you were really upset about the copier incident. I remember hearing about, that people jumped in front of you.
They were cutting.
Yeah, but that's not, it doesn't mean anything about respect about you or anything.
They
You
were
were
cutting?
very welcome.
That's a respect issue.
Yeah, see, in your culture, it is.
Yes, in my culture.
Yes, and I totally respect that. Totally.
So babe, I gotta ask you more. Are they gonna like the yams, you think?
Sweetheart, yes, you make a fine yam.
These are the people that broke the corrupt dog catcher story. They are Pulitzer Prize winning journalists. I have to impress them with my game.
No, so you can move from a freelancer to a full-time staff member. We've been over this. I know the yams are the key.
Yes.
Not your writing, the yams. I know your license. What are you calling that? Sweetheart, you're a fine writer and you make good yams. Part of why I married you. Okay, please go back to being a little mad at you.
I know, I'm charming. Babe, here's the thing. If I get a full-time position, you won't have to work as much, we'll have more sex, and then we can have a child.
Ooh, ooh, ooh. You sure are a planner.
That was why you married me as well. Maybe not something?
I enjoyed that you planned the whole wedding. That was lovely for me. I know it was on a big case, but the future, that's a child.
That crown
Maybe
of
we could
daffodils.
adopt one.
Yes. No, we're not gonna adopt. We're gonna give them the yams. They're gonna hire me as a full-time writer. You're gonna cut back on work. We're going to,
It would be nice not to have you on my health insurance anymore. There's that. We should get positive, girl.
see,
Positive.
see.
It was really sweet of you to hit reply all on that yes. I feel like you carry a lot of weight.
I think everyone get enthusiastic about it.
Yeah, like it was like before that, it was like,
No one had responded.
and
Again.
afterward it was like,
The JJ effect. Yeah. I know. Well, again, different cultures. It's okay. I know. I see. The thing is, this is a hard business, John, and there's going to be a lot of things that could come off offensive that just aren't.
what?
I just want to remind you that it's okay that they're not here.
It's just, is it new guy hazing?
That's part of it, but it's all out of love. You know. I should have told you that because it takes away some of the fun for us. Well, that's what I wanted to come at least on time. Yeah, exactly. I also wanted to talk to you a little bit about who we're hiring if we are wanting to expand, and I would love your advice.
Oh, I've got some notes.
Well, let's bring them out. That's better time than now.
Well, I call them just the spread.
Get away.
Oh, there's the nacho dip next to the corn chips. There's the Swedish meatballs. There's the eggs.
I feel like you're scared to say it of what you want this company to do.
I so new.
You're like talking about the food.
So new.
It's literally been like 1 week, and you're already doing the company potluck. But we hired you because of your enthusiasm. So.
First annual.
And I also love the mural that you did on your wall to spell that out.
Okay, I'm ready. My nose clean.
Yes, your nose is very. Oh, yep. You're still nervous for this. This is. You work here, babe.
Hear them?
Just walk right in.
We're in the hallway?
Hey.
Hi, Jeff.
Hey, I'm
What?
Jeff.
Hold on.
I didn't even hear you come in. Or knock, or say hello.
You remember John? Yeah.
Hey, I got yams.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
That is really an interesting choice to bring to this party.
You didn't bother to cook them?
You were supposed to tell me to cook them.
This is just a cultural thing. Why don't you come on in? And Deanna!
Yeah, just what?
Yeah, so I remember you! Of course!
Yes, I remember you. It's a pleasure to see you again. You're new.
Hi. Yeah. I don't know how to cook jam.
I
know I'm not.
If you just set the oven at about 450 for, preheated, and just put the yams in, they'll come
You're
out.
not the boss of my house.
I'm just saying,
It's my house.
I can just cook them.
Okay, fine. It's my townhouse.
Okay.
What's the agenda, Jeff? I feel like the last time you brought yams anywhere, it was to ask Deanna to marry you, so what's the deal with the yams? What's the deal with the yams?
I want to be full-time. I've been a freelancer for 3 years, and Deanna wants to work less, and we want to conceive a child.
That's a lot of information for me to take in.
And I want you to like my yams because I want you to like my yams and they're writing in me.
Okay, all right. It's just, John's a little freaked out because everybody keeps hazing him, so he might have taken that as a haze. Just to let you know, I'm on your side. Culturally different, but respectful, right? Okay.
Yes.
I just wanted to let you know.
Okay.
I just want to let you know.
I wouldn't haze him. I'm a freelancer. Freelancer coming in.
He doesn't know that.
Oh,
He's new.
okay. Yeah, that's what I want.
I'd love for you to come on staff. Yeah, it's up to him. But just so you know, I'm on your side.
Thank you.
Actually, never had an attorney in my house before.
Is it intimidating? I'm sure it is intimidating.
I thought you'd be taller. I just did. I think attorney. I'm like, he was just. But you're not. So I made it kind of nice.
It's a Sunday and I'm at a newspaper party. This does not feel worthy, sir.
My party's not your word.
Oh no.
Oh,
Excuse me, I'm just
Sure,
gonna talk
button
to your
of a
wife.
thing, huh?
Yes. Okay.
Hey, can I borrow you for a second?
Sure, he's a little bit creepy out. He's scaring me a little bit. He's a
newbie.
Oh, like
Like a week old. Well, he's not a week old, but at this newspaper, he's just
I might have believed you.
I'm sorry. So I'm just gonna ask you, he's freaking out about everything and taking offense, so if you could just be really positive about this party.
Are you saying I'm not a positive person?
Yes, we're saying you're not a positive person. I love you, but you're not a positive person.
That hurts.
The look on your face says it all.
Yes.
Yeah,
It's not a positive look.
I wouldn't necessarily disagree, but it's not great to hear from other people.
I didn't throw a party in my foyer. It's my house. It's my perfectly nice
This is
townhouse.
going really well.
Would you like some eggs?
Yeah.
Nacho cheese, some corn chips, some Swedish meatballs, or the flowers that I brought?
It all sounds
But it's a
good.
potluck. You can go ahead and serve some.
Okay. Did you put the yams in the oven, or do you want me to do that?
You're not the boss in my
I'm
house.
sorry.
I did the yams in the oven. I put, just like you said, butter, cinnamon, black pepper, lemon, and asparagus.
I actually didn't say anything.
Oh my.
Well, what?
Yes.
You're doing so good.
Yeah, it sounds good.
Raw yams to a party. Huh?
Yeah, yams and
What do you expect
asparagus.
to happen? I'll be right back.
Okay.
I need to take a minute.
That's a perfectly modest town.
You taking my minute with me?
Let me guess. I thought the rules were clear that I can sort of take free reign.
I thought I was very clear over here though. Right here. I have a moment.
I'll let you cry in peace.
I'm not crying.
Let me cry.
I gotta let you guys know, just so you know, I'm actually getting ready to leave the newspaper, and I've hired John to replace me, so
I'm really gonna impress him.
yeah, this party is really kind of, I'm gonna announce it to him that he's taking out, so you really need to get on his good side.
Can you hold this?
Sweetheart, I'll stop talking to him. That might help.
Do you want to know why?
Yes, I do.
Because I want to have kids.
Oh, that's
See?
a perfectly fine thing for another woman to do.
That's almost like you don't want to have kids.
I love you so much, I just want you.
I just don't want to have kids. That's what I used to say before I wanted kids.
I love the idea of children, like I love the idea of a puppy.
But I've sat around for 6 months and made that big scrapbook and written out all the kids' names that I've been thinking of. Martin,
Picture book.
Xavier, Raul, because I want to honor your Puerto Rican heritage.
Xavier Raoul, my mother would love that.
Yes, Martin for the freedom fighter.
For your heritage.
You seem to be loving the party.
I think it's a really
It
good
seems
party.
to be going really well.
I wanted to let you know something. I hired you to replace me. I'm leaving. The
Right?
business.
Oh, okay.
And the party.
Don't-
Not yet. But I feel like it's more important that I'm announcing that I'm leaving the business than the party.
Immediately speaking, it's more important that you're not leaving the party.
I'm gonna stay at the party. I will close the party.
You will close the party?
I will close the party.
You will close the party?
And you can replace me at the job. And I will close the party.
All right, great.
You want to know why?
Lay it on me. No one's gonna ask later. I'm just so excited that you're closing the party. I'm gonna keep forgetting to ask you for stuff.
Well, that's why we hired you. To focus on the razzmatazz, not necessarily the hard news. And you're good at that. You have a mural for your party.
We have a mural
yeah,
idea.
you know, yeah, so.
We're gonna stop doing newspapers. We're just gonna do murals.
Wow. Okay, I have a new announcement.
Yeah.
I am not leaving. I know,
Closing the party. Closing the
This is
party.
my chance. I'm sorry you don't want to have a kid, but I want this job. Look, dude,
I'm staying.
I have wanted to be a newspaper man.
One second. Can someone check the yams?
I will.
I want to be a newspaper man since I saw all the President's Men. I want to write. I want to be like Ben Bradley and Woodward and Bernstein and Liz Clark. I want to be like all these people. Tony Kornheiser. Give me an article. Give me a section. Let me be. I'm a good newspaper man.
Just had to coat the yams. That's all that's.
That
The
was
whole
it.
resume there is fantastic, but it's cook food before you come to a potluck. First annual co-workers potluck. You seem like a nice guy. You've never done one. Oh, sure.
You know, I never thought yams and eggs and Merlot would go so well together.
That is so positive. What a statement, Deanna. And so, you know, I'm just going to follow your lead. Just in this instant, I have decided that really, babies aren't for me, right? I think I'm going to stay on. You know,
Really?
and I'd like you to come join us.
Wow. That's quite an offer.
Again, positive, but I'm not sure I can read your emotions on that.
Well, I just can't read your thinking on it. You think I would fit in at the newspaper? I mean, I could write the legal beat because your
Yes.
yes. right now are ever fluffy. Law does not require fluff.
It's razzmatazz.
Yeah,
that
there's
was,
an awful lot of rats.
yeah, exactly.
The Shiraz is in the refrigerator bottom.
He is so into
Shiraz.
razzmatazz.
Yeah, Shiraz.
So I'm really going to need a high position paper because I think my wife doesn't want kids now, so I think I'm going to divorce.
This is like a secret exchanging for you.
I'm just laying it out on the line for you. I mean, I need to be like an assistant editor. It's going to be an expensive divorce. She's a lawyer.
Assistant to the editor.
As long as it pays
Deal.
good.
Sure.
Okay, cool, man. All right. Enjoy the food.
Enjoy the food, ladies.
Yes.
How's everything in here?
This is a lovely party.
Well, thank you, little one. You said she was a real bee.
She's not being a B at all.
Oh my
Even a
God.
C or a D.
It's hazing. The hazing's over now, John. The places have been set. I've decided to stay. I'm not gonna have a kid. Everything's all that mural's coming down. I don't care if it's your house.
Hey, wait a minute. You said you're gonna stay?
I changed my mind. It's a right of every woman to change her mind. Yes!
Look,
I love you so much right now.
You're hired. Those yams suck. It's really culturally insensitive to bring yams to a, housewarming party. Anybody in the newspaper
We
business?
had a job at the paper. I didn't even want one there.
I thought I had one. Shit, I was gonna get divorced.
You're what?
Yeah, he's gonna divorce you.
What?
You want kids. I've always wanted kids.
This is not a surprise, sweetie. When we first met on the first date, you were talking about children, and I was like, man, they're cute.
Let's just watch him.
This is some razzmatazz
great
right
party.
here.
This is a great party.
Revelations.
I can't believe in the car we were arguing about T.S. Eliot, and now we're arguing about children, and you want to divorce me? You were in tears over T.S. Eliot. You don't seem that broken up about this. You just all of a sudden want to divorce me.
It's true, she's got a point.
She has a point. Who's T.S. Eliot?
This is why I'm staying on, and but you can still be the razzmatazz.
He doesn't know
It's
who
in the
T.S. Eliot
refrigerator.
is either.
It's all one and the same thing. 20s poets, kids.
You sure are drawing broad conclusions here, baby.
I don't know if you're the woman I married. And that makes me sad.
I'm really sorry about that.
I made yams for you.
I made the yams. Sorry, you're only in the foyer. Trust me.
I want you to know, John, a lot has happened at this party. A lot of ups and downs, but I'm still really glad that you're working for us.
First annual
Co-workers, party.
potluck. Potluck. Bubble letters.
This is the way the world is.
And yeah,
I sure do like you.
you're still here.
Thank you very much. Keep it going for Pony, Pony, Pony! Yes. How are we doing? How are we doing? Now that all our late arrivals have trickled in. I want to shade each and every late arrival. I'm just kidding. I'm late this all the time. It happens. Let me ask an open question to the room, right? What's like the worst thing you've ever been late to? Like, what's the most awkward late arrival you've ever perpetrated?
Job interview.
A job interview? How late were you?
15 minutes.
15 minutes. What was the job? This guy's got low standards.
Brand manager for Ford Motor Company.
All right, and did you get the job? Not so much.
No.
All right. How visibly pissed were they?
It was so bad that, and it was so quiet when I sat down. He said, he really didn't say anything to me, and I said, I've lost the interview. I mean, we're done, aren't we?
You said that out loud.
I did. And he's like, yep. He's like, what would you like to talk about? You like Duke basketball? Yeah, I do. And we talked for 15 minutes and nothing to do with the job.
I love that. It's like, I'm not going to hire you, but let's talk.
Right?
Great. Well, does anybody need to stretch or anything before we bring out our next act? If you do it now. All right. There will be no more disruptions. Please welcome Extra Extra!
Hey everybody, we're Extra Extra. I feel like the way that Dan just introduced us, like there should have been a a third extra though? Didn't it sound like you wanted one more? Like extra.
I did, yeah.
Yeah, it felt like that, right? Well, great. So we are Extra. We're going to be doing a news format show for you. So what we've done today, if everyone would please have a seat. If anyone's seen the McLaughlin group, we have a similar thing going on today. I picked my favorite stories from the week that I'm going to have a discussion with some of our panel members here. So we're going to just go from left to right. Everyone's going to introduce themselves and explain their background and what they're here to discuss. Yeah, go ahead.
Hey, my name's Frank. My last name's not Pone. I was in Vietnam, and I'm here to discuss. That's it.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Colleen Conahan. I have a master's in public policy and a pair of glasses. I'm very politically astute, and I really believe in education reform of many kinds, particularly leaning towards a for-profit model. So I'm here tonight to talk about a variety of issues, including that.
My name is Polly Perkins. I'm the PTA at the Logan County Schools in Texas. I'm really excited to be here. I believe that children are our future. I believe that so strongly that I have 7. And so yeah, I'm a mom, I'm a proud mom, and I'm really happy to be here.
Wonderful. My name is David Schwimmer. I'm
Not David Schwimmer from Friends.
correct.
Okay.
I'm an economist from Princeton. The school.
But you're familiar with David Schwimmer, the actor from Friends.
I've heard of his work.
It's like he was like a big star in the 90s, you know? Like,
Well,
you'd think you would have like changed your name or something.
I went by Dave for a few short years in 1992, and it is really just something I regret. It was a way of not being true to myself. So I'm David, for my mother name. And I have a book, The Economics of Education.
Fantastic.
Excuse me, sir?
Friends, it was a good show. I like Phoebe.
Hey, Frank. You like Phoebe, Frank?
I did.
Is that
She was a free spirit, you know?
She was.
The world needs more free spirits, you know?
I didn't let my children watch Friends, like the reruns. I think it's a little scandalous what's going on, and them all living together.
I thought this was going to be a more
Yeah,
substantive.
we'll get into the first article.
I mean, if you have a rent-controlled apartment in New York,
I wouldn't know about those big city ladies.
All right, so this is from the Washington Post.
Red.
The title is Amid Growing Vaccination Debate, Measles Continues to Spread and is now in New York State. This is by Peter Holly. Health officials announced that a college student diagnosed with measles recently traveled across New York on a train, potentially exposing untold numbers of travelers to the virus. The infected individual boarded a train from New York's Penn Station to Rhinecliff, New York. The train stopped in Albany before traveling on to Niagara Falls.
what approximate speed?
The article didn't go into the exact speed.
Can we just assume it's 65?
That's a fine assumption. The national measles outbreak has generated sometimes fierce criticism of people who, for personal reasons or because they mistrust the vaccine, choose not to have their children immunized, and prompted at least 2 school systems in California to ban unvaccinated students from school. Frank, what do you think about the measles outbreak?
All right, I had measles, mumps, rubella, VD, herpes twice. They're gone, it's fine.
I'm pretty sure herpes is the one that stays forever.
Whatever. And I'm fine, all right? I was in Vietnam. I killed 6 guys in Vietnam, all right? That was in the 90s. So take a shot, all right? It's not a big deal. It's better than measles, mumps, rubella, and herpes.
MVD.
And VD. I don't know which one, all of them probably.
Go ahead, do you have a perspective on the measles outbreak?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's truly tragic. I think the idea that, you know, someone would subject so many people to an illness just because they're they're careless. It's obviously there's an upsurgence in these kinds of instances, and it's because of selfishness of parents and obviously individuals who just feel that they can contaminate the rest of us. And
So speaking of selfishness of parents, Polly, what are your thoughts about this measles outbreak?
Well, I'm all for vaccination. I vaccinate my children for everything. I deworm them once a year. There's a lot of worms in Texas Hot Plains. In any case, I'm very pro-vaccine. I think there should be more vaccines. And I'm just ready to shoot them up anytime.
Mr. LeBlanc?
Sure.
Sorry.
Thank you. As an economist, I must admit that there's a system in place to keep us all safe, and we've broken the system because a few individuals have decided that their individual good is better than the common good of the whole, and that is a tragedy in my economics opinion. Also, so that you know, my children have not themselves been vaccinated because I choose to be above that.
The one you had with Rachel? Or the one with the lesbians? Ben, Emma.
I understand that there are very charming children on that television program.
Why would you vaccinate?
My child is named Alexander, and I would ask if anybody ever meets him that you call him Alexander. Thank you, not Alex or Al.
We got like a stick up your ass?
I'm sorry, is the seat taken?
No, you can sit there.
Okay, cool. I've never been to Niagara Falls, so I'm just excited to be on the train.
Yeah. Okay. I'll sit here if you don't mind.
Yeah.
So,
Tickets.
What you got a cough there?
I'm sorry. Yeah, I pulled a wicked all-nighter finals week.
You can keep it.
Well, it's actually important that you have a
Just put it up there. Just put it up there. All right.
Tickets?
I have like an autoimmune thing, so I don't want to stay away from you. Okay.
Oh my God, is it?
No, it's not AIDS.
Okay.
Yeah, I tell people that they immediately jump to AIDS because it has the word autoimmune in it.
Yeah.
But it's not AIDS.
Okay. I didn't know there was more than that.
Okay.
I'm sorry, am I crowding you?
No, you're fine. You're fine. Just stay the fuck away.
Yeah, I heard the view from Niagara Falls is great. Oh wait, so I've actually got in my book bag. This is a magazine. There's like a bunch of stuff about Niagara Falls. Like, it's great stuff.
Yeah,
Check it out.
I've been there.
Check it out.
No, I've fucking been there. I've been there.
Excuse me, I'm sorry. There's this part in the middle of my bag.
Yeah, that's too bad. That's too bad. Okay. So you've been to the Canadian side, or you're going to the Canadian?
I'm going. I'm so excited.
Yeah.
I'm actually, you know what? I'm a big Canadian Maple Leafs fan, Toronto
Okay.
Maple Leafs. So I got this jersey in here. I wore it. I had I play hockey, so.
Okay, like professionally?
When I played for my college.
So no.
Yeah. But so I had the craziest, we had a really great practice. I sweated all over this thing. It's got my blood, sweat, and tears in it. So, if you want to check it out, it's just.
Okay. I'm gonna go to the dining room car. Actually, and I'm just gonna stand here for a while. So if you could just, I want you to talk to yourselves.
Please keep your compartments closed. Thank you. Sir, if you take your seat, thank you very much. Hi, I didn't get your ticket earlier.
sorry.
No, thank you very much.
Excuse me, sir, could you help me? I just want to put this up when they're done.
Happy to. Yeah.
Thank you.
You feeling okay?
I'm
You got a little blood.
There's like blood coming out the corner of your eye.
Is that the better now?
Yes. Yeah.
No, it's not this. Get the fuck away from me!
topic in the news this week. Mitt Romney bows out of GOP presidential race over potential for political injury. This is by Dan Balz, B-A-L-Z, and Philip Tucker.
He's a renowned Washington Post columnist.
Mm-hmm.
Show some respect.
Well, his last name is still Balls. Mitt Romney's exploration of a third presidential campaign ended Friday after 3 tumultuous weeks of deliberations that led him to conclude that while he might emerge with the Republican nomination again in 2016, he might be so badly wounded in the process that he would have trouble defeating Hillary Rodham Clinton in a general election. During the deliberations, Romney and Bush met once at Romney's Utah home on January 22nd. Romney arrived armed with a mountain of polling data that his team had collected, which seemed to shape his view of the race. Romney shared the information as a way of explaining his motivation to think about running again. Mr. Schwimmer.
Sir.
How do you feel about Mr. Romney stepping out of the election?
How do I feel about it as a human being or as an economist?
Are those your two personalities?
I have distinct opinions for being a human being and distinct opinions for being an economist.
Well, let's hear them both.
As a human being, I think Mitt Romney is admirable for his acumen in being in business and being successful. And I wish him only goodwill. As an economist, I think it's reasonable that he would look out and see that all of his key donors are fleeing away from him and deciding, oh shit, I'm not going to just embarrass myself while trying to get them back.
No, but the article clearly says that he has a mountain of polling data. Like, data is something you have to respect, right?
There are lies, there are damn lies, and then there are statistics.
Are you like the bad boy of economics?
I went to Princeton. Yes. That, to be clear, yes. I am the bad boy of economics.
I think Mitt is a family man, and so I feel like he would be a wonderful president. Because if you can manage a large family, you can certainly manage a country. Besides, I think he would probably be a big promoter of PTAs. You know, my children, I should clarify, aren't in the school system. I homeschool them. So I'm kind of like the parent and the teacher in the Parent-Teacher Association.
Wait, so are you the Parent-Teacher Association of the actual school system or of your own home?
Of the cluster of the homeschoolers in my neighborhood.
Which is your home.
Well, yes, if you want to be technical.
So I guess I'm not sure that I've heard anyone really address their thoughts on Mitt Romney excusing himself from the presidential election. I think that it probably makes a lot of sense for him he is a 2-time loser. And for many Republican donors, the idea of splitting their resources this way and that, especially with Jeb Bush kind of throwing his hat in the ring these days, it seems like it would be weakening the party and really just serving Mitt's own self-interest.
Harumph.
Now, Trey, speaking of multiple losers, what's your perspective on this?
Well, here's the thing. It's difficult to make decisions because, sometimes no one tells you that life is going to be this way. Your job's a joke. Your love life. Sometimes you're just stuck in second gear. That's been your week, your month, or your year. That year was 2012 for Mitt Romney. And as far as him being wounded, I was wounded in Vietnam.
1996.
95, 96, 97, yeah. I went back a bunch of times. Lovely people.
Wait, so as far as being a veteran, are you a veteran of the armed services or just a veteran of traveling to Vietnam?
Did I ever say I was a veteran?
You implied it, sir.
Well, I didn't say it, so shut your mouth.
Frank, I am the bad boy of economics. If you want to tangle,
That's
Frank,
like
no
saying you're
less
like the best employee at a jizz joint. No one gives a damn.
But my parents are watching this show, so.
Was it jizz joint? I'm sorry.
How many brothers and sisters do you have?
11.
11. And what number are you?
I'm 7.
Number 7.
Yes, lucky number 7. That's why I decided to have 7 of my own.
And what are their 7 names?
Chew.
Jew? The first one that came to mind was Jew. Jew?
It's short for Julene. You see, in my family, we do believe in
I mean, I think Jew is good enough. Let's stop there. Going over your application here, and you just put your first name is just Cracker.
Due to the skin color.
I just want to be clear that here at Applebee's, we don't have discrimination. Everyone is on an equal playing field.
Of course, yes. But this is Farmville, and we still have North and South Side. So I need you to know where I was. What's that?
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah. Now I dare you to read what I put.
Okay. You're our Dago Wop.
That's right. Dago Wop.
It's a pretty old school
slur for Italian.
And you just go by that on a daily basis?
I go by that on a daily basis. People are like, hey, Dago Wop, and I'm like, hey, Jim.
So why do you want to work at Applebee's, Dago Wop?
I had a shittier job at a place I won't mention. It was a jizz joint. Now I need a better one.
You know, I've been hearing about jizz joints a lot more recently than I've ever had.
It's not a technical term for a thing, but I like it.
Here's my application.
All right. Do you actually want me to say this out loud?
Please.
Yeah. You're an uptight bitch.
UB, that's what they call me.
My notes straight.
It's fine, it's dead air.
Paper.
Going back to the Washington Post. Going to a public college isn't as affordable as it used to be. This is by Daniel Douglas Gabriel. It used to be that students such as Bain could attend a public university and graduate with little to no debt. Then came the recession, when state governments slashed funding of higher education and families began paying higher tuition bills. Now, even as the economy recovers and taxpayer revenue is pouring back in, states have not restored their funding and tuition keeps rising, leaving parents and students scrambling to cover costs. Total student debt now surpasses $1 trillion and is growing by the day. For the first time ever, according to a recent study, families are shouldering more of the cost of public university tuition than state governments. Ms. Conahan, how do you feel about that?
I mean, let's be honest. This is the way of the future. This is reality. It's far too expensive for states to subsidize every student. No offense. Getting into the school of their choice.
No offense? What were you implying to
I mean, between us erudite scholars, David.
Sure.
Not everyone.
Wait, I have a PhD.
Sure you do.
Pinching Heine's disease. Let's
No, it's in astrophysics. How dare you?
Well,
Neil deGrasse Tyson's my friend.
Just to be clear, my children are not taking up any of the government's money because.
But are you? You're Frank Thompson.
Yeah.
Frank, no name is Frank Thompson?
Yeah.
Frank Thompson.
Well, I have a name, I just didn't want to share.
You're renowned.
Astrophysicist. Yeah, I discovered Pluto.
Wait, Frank Thompson, who discovered Pluto, then discovered that it wasn't a planet?
No, Neil did that. Neil told me it wasn't a
Fucking
planet,
Neil, right?
Fucking, yeah, we made up. It was fine. We arm wrestled.
So I'm so. Is it or isn't?
It is a microplanet. It's It's a satellite planet, sub-satellite.
You really got me when you showed me something in the Kuiper Belt that was just as big.
Right, yeah.
Presentation. I was like, well, what is it? Is this a planet too?
Don't suck up to me now.
No, Frank, I'm just admiring. Is that the right word?
Frank, we'll be there for you when the rain starts to pour. We'll be there for
We're making fun of you.
I know.
you. Well, as someone who's gone to a lot of schooling, you have to have a perspective on public universities.
I put 16 kids through college, but I did it at Ho Chi Minh University, so it was way cheaper.
I didn't realize we had so much in common. I think we should, set up some play dates.
No.
Wait, so you have 16 of your own children
I
in
do.
Vietnam?
I have 16 of my own children in Vietnam. That's why they don't want to meet me.
That you impregnated between 95 and 96, 97.
Yeah,
And now they've all gone through university in Vietnam.
Are they all Doogie Housers, sir?
The math works out, roughly. They're smarter. They went to school earlier. Yeah, you want to hear their names?
Yes.
Hindu, Islam, Scientology. These are all short for other things that I'm not going to tell you. Judaism, Christianity.
What's Christianity short for?
Christianitia.
You said you weren't going to tell us, and I feel like I really got you.
You did. You got me there.
That's the bad boy. That's why you're the bad boy of economics.
I hate to just take this, but I actually wrote a book on higher education and economics, which is what I said at the top that I'm here to pitch. So please buy it. Thank you. And if you don't, I'm the bad boy. It's mostly about shifting demographics, right? We had the baby boomers, they came in, they came out. Their children came in, they're going out. Because the baby boomers were so tightly compacted and their children are just slightly less compacted, we don't feel them moving out as quickly. But let me tell you what, colleges, states, they're gonna fold 43% of universities by 2025. Because we can't support them. Not with money, but with butts. We can't put butts there.
What?
We don't have enough kids. Unless you're going to change immigration or adopt some kind of Chinese, we have to have additional babies law.
I'm doing my part on that.
Thank you. Thank you. That's really good.
Polly, have a seat. So you're thinking about number 8.
Yes. Can't wait.
It's you've been a great patient at the hospital here. We love having you all the time, but we've been talking, and it's time to hang it up.
To hang up what?
Your vagina. It's just that, as doctors, as professionals, we just care about you, and we care about, being able to support everything you've got going on, and we're just worried about your vagina.
Let me assure you, Dr. Stevens, it is in fine shape. I'm hoping for twins this time, if not triplets.
Hey, you don't have to assure me, because I've seen it. Lots. And I want to say medically, there's things that we don't even know. Did you ever see that movie, the Day After Tomorrow, where everything was fine in the ocean, and then an ice cap melted, and then everything turned to freezing, and the whole world went wrong? That's kind of like your vagina. Is that we're worried about one cataclysmic problem that could just destroy everything.
When you put it that way.
I mean, talk to your husband about it. See what he has to say.
So, they said there might be a cataclysmic problem and my vagina might erupt. I think that's what he said. I wasn't really clear.
So we can't have any more kids.
Well, I think it's not just that. I think it's just off limits for good now. That's the message I took away from Dr. Stevens.
All right.
Okay.
I am armed.
Okay.
more deep breath before you tell me again that I can't have sex with my wife one more time on this here earth. Before I shuffle off my mortal coil. That's it.
Okay.
You gonna tell me that one more time?
I'm worried that your wife's vagina might be a black hole.
Why don't you just use a condom?
That's not God's way.
Well, okay, but neither's a black hole vagina. You know,
Can
like,
you explain black holes? Neil deGrasse Tyson can.
I can fucking explain a black hole. I brought a chart.
Thank you so much.